had to be some sort of game plan for Zain, if he was going to upset him and he was on the road in the whole second period. What was the plan coming in for him? To obviously deal with the kid who we talked about on Tuesday, Stieber, it's pretty tough.
Well, he just did a great job. He stayed calm and just kept wrestling. Wrestled through all the positions, and he was relaxed and ready to go. That's exciting. To see that, because that's what the great wrestlers have. They're calm and relaxed, but ready and confident. Not really worried about who they're wrestling. They're going to do the best they can, and they plan on winning, and that's what Zain did.
You ever hear Rec called out loud?
I don't know. Was it loud?
I don't know. I couldn't hear.
I think everyone was pretty excited. But that's a big win.
What kind of boost was that for you, Zach? Coming right off that 41-pound match, and obviously you had results as well.
Yeah, it was definitely exciting to see my teammate take down the number one ranked guy. So it was encouraging to go out there and just know that we saw them, they're breaking. So it made it fun.
So, did it kind of add a little bit of motivation for yourself, you think, to go out?
Yeah, it did, because it's always good seeing your teammates win, especially a big win. So it just boosts you up. So yeah, it added a little confidence and a little eagerness to go out there and step on the mat.
You had a ranked guy as well, number 19. How did you prepare for him going into this week? Anything out of the ordinary?
Nothing out of the ordinary, really. Just going hard in practice, and the coaches keep telling us, keep the pace high, just hit your stuff and go hard.
Coach, there was a little bit of a review there near the end of Zain's match. What was the explanation for that? What were they looking for?
I think Coach Ryan thought that, they thought that there was a hand clasp, I think, in the last 6-7 seconds. That's what they were reviewing.
Zain, when you locked legs in, did you think that you'd be able to finish that out, ride it out in the second period?
I'm pretty confident with legs. I always ride legs. That's what I'm known for on top. So, I don't throw them in unless I feel pretty confident that I can ride. And the crowd helped a lot, I think, today, and it worked out for the best.
Do you think that had kind of a psychological effect on him, that you were able to ride out that second period? Do you think maybe he wasn't expecting that, or?
I definitely, maybe a little bit, but he obviously came out hard in the third period, so, he's a tough wrestler himself, so.
What was your mindset in the third period, knowing that you basically had that riding time as long as you don't, get up the takedown and give up that time?
That helped out a lot. I was able to relax and just focus on scoring, but not be forced to force a shot. If it came down to it, I would still ended up going into overtime, so it really didn't matter. Just stay in good position and keep moving forward.
What are your emotions right now? Have you had, obviously you had a couple minutes to kind of wind down after that. What were you like right after the win, and did you have to kind of wind down, or?
I usually don't celebrate too much after a match, but the crowd definitely got me pretty fired up after that match, and I kind of lost my head for a second. But right after the match, it was electric in there. It was real exciting, and I did exactly what I always do after a match. I just went down, and after it cooled down, got my conditioning in, came back up. I feel like normal.
Anything else for Zach? Zach, you are free.
Joe, you guys gave up a lot of takedown today. I think it was 3 or 4 total that you guys gave up. Just overall thoughts on how you guys wrestled in general today?
Well, I think our guys wrestled really well. They were, for the most part, they were loose, and they really opened up. We saw a lot of attempts, and that's obviously what we want to see. If you make a mistake, you just hustle out of it. But yeah, I think as a program, we just want to keep getting better each match, and so this is exciting. I think to see Zain wrestle so well, and our other freshmen and our young kids, because they're just going to keep getting better each match, and that's part of the plan. So I thought the guys really wrestled well.
Zain, he had lost to only one guy in high school, and that's David Taylor.
Mm-hmm.
Did you kind of talk to David a little bit, kind of get a little scouting report on him, or
I mean, he has some tendencies. He's known for being tough on top, Stieber, and I felt that right away. I felt that bar. He got that bar in, and I knew I didn't want to be there again. But I mean, everybody has tendencies. You just gotta be aware of it. I mean, David obviously knows a lot about wrestling. He helped me out a little bit this week, and I mean, I think it was a collective group. Everybody just helped me out a little bit, just give me a little piece of information. But you can't completely just focus on what he's doing. You got to worry about what you're doing, and just be aware of what he's doing. But in the end, just move forward and get to your tie-ups and go where you feel comfortable.
If you can go back to the summer, did you expect this for yourself? You know, this kind of start in your college career right off the bat. Is this kind of what you foresaw, what your goal was right away?
Oh, it's definitely my goal. But I don't know if I envision myself doing this well. But you never know. I mean, anything can happen. Just work on improving every day, and I'm still working on improving every day. This isn't the end by far. I'm 2014 Nationals. That's where I'm looking for. So those are my goals, and just keep improving every day until then.
Second period, you got the legs in. You finally got the throw back. Towards the end of the period, did you feel some of the life coming out of him?
I felt once I flattened him out, I felt like I was in control right there, and I think he got his stalling call soon after that. So, I mean that, and then the crowd was going crazy on top of it. So, I definitely felt like I was in control in that position. That's a dominating position, and I'd like to stay there and just keep working on top. That's where I feel comfortable.
The first time you got in a couple low singles, you couldn't finish. What did you learn from them that was finally able to have you finish?
He's a very good wrestler, and he's very good at defending. That's what a lot of elite wrestlers are very good at doing, just not only scoring, but not letting other people score on them. So, I mean, the first two shots, I felt like I was forcing the finish a little bit, and he had a real good whizzer on me, and just took a little bit of readjusting, knowing that when I was pulling, he was looking for my ankles, or he was doing something. So, the final takedown I got, I instead of pulling, I kind of pushed in a little bit, and he ended up falling to his butt, and I was able to finish the takedown.
What kind of feeling was it with the roar of the crowd? I mean, that's it's been quite a long time around here.
Yeah, that was awesome. I mean, like I said, I couldn't keep my emotions in check, but it was exciting. It was really exciting.
Caleb, can you remember a louder time in your time trip?
I don't remember how loud it was. I mean, we were all pretty excited, so that was a great moment. But you know, it's already passed, and we're looking forward to the next match and Big Ten and Nationals. So.
Do you have any worry that a moment like that for him, with him moving forward from it?
No, Zane's. I mean, he's just a tough kid, and he loves wrestling. He's a student of the game. Whatever his parents did, I'm going to try to do the same thing with my kids. Or I'm just going to send my kids to let his dad raise them. He's just very low maintenance, and just very confident, and he's just a tough kid. So you put those things together. And
Coach,
things happen.
I'm sorry. Wes goes today at 197. Thoughts on
Yeah.
what he did, and then how's McIntosh? Was that just precautionary, or was there more to it?
Yeah, he's Matt could have wrestled, but Phipps got another great opportunity to go compete, and he was right there in that match. Comes down to a takedown in the third period. You needed, but when you're wrestling a bigger guy, you got to put 2 and 3 things, kind of trick him, stay on your feet. His opponent is pretty savvy, really tough with those running around and scoring those takedowns. So, but Phipps getting some great experience, and that's exactly what he needs.
Is he certified at 74? So is that like technically 2 weeks up, kind of like?
He's
Matt
certified
Brown
at
a couple years ago?
74, but that's I wouldn't say he's a 74 pounder. He could be a 74 pounder. He wasn't a 74 pounder today, obviously.
You've been looking for your heavyweights to really open up the past couple of years, and Jimmy kind of seems like he's doing that with each match as it goes along. Today, another major decision, 11 points. What did you see from him there? What have you been seeing from him?
Well, I think for Jimmy, it's just a matter of inch by inch, just a little bit more confidence, and I mean, you see his athleticism. He's pretty much beat dead to rights and takedowns, and he can scramble out of them in an unorthodox unorthodox manner. So, but his is just, you know, as he continues to grow and in his I mean, he's got some great stuff. He's got some great double legs, and he can scramble. So as he puts everything together like he's doing, he's, you know, just going to get better and better. And that's what we need.
Is that kind of what you've seen from Jimmy, that you kind of has drawn you to him, kind of his unorthodox style, kind of just make things happen like he did today after on that first takedown? I mean, like you said, it looked like he was dead to rights being taken down, and then all of a sudden he squirts out of there and is able to turn into 5 points.
Is that what we were?
Yeah, just that unorthodox style, just like that.
Oh, we
that
just
kind
want him
of-
to score points, you know, and to hustle and to create scoring opportunities. Because if he just stands there, you know, that opportunity doesn't happen. So it looks like there's a mistake being made, but he turns it into a takedown. So he just needs action, and because he can convert those situations. But yeah, that's he can shoot his shots, he can counter. He's got a lot of ways to score points. So it's just important for him to just keep scoring points. You know, he's going to get a lot better. Every point you score, you're going to get better. Versus you know, trying to hold on to a win 3-2. It's just you know, you get 2 or 3 seasons worth of matches in theory, as far as points scored. That's what we want.
You know, 2 matches now that Gulabon's kind of struggled to get out from bottom. What does he
Gulabon.
Yeah, what does he need to do to kind of
Yeah.
remedy that?
Well, he just got to keep playing in that position. I mean, he, you know, that was probably a coach's mistake putting him down there. You know, that was a. But it's he's just got to play in those positions. I mean, that's a tricky kid. Obviously, you know, you're not going to wrestle anyone else that is kind of hangs on your 2-on-1 and has that grip strength. So you know, you learn that, and you know, when we see that the same kid later, you know, we have a better idea what to do. But Jimmy's got to keep scoring takedowns, and he's just a guy. He's, you know, he's great. He's a guy that's just coming along a little slower than he probably wants to, because he's putting some things together. But he's going to be perfectly fine.
I know he's a guy that's hard on himself. Is he kind of fighting it a little bit, you know, in terms of the mental game?
You know, I don't think it's that so much. You know, when you win 4 state titles in Pennsylvania, you're pretty darn mentally tough. You know, so I'm not worried about that. I'm not worried about Gulabon in any way. You just want to keep him, you know, moving forward. He's been wrestling some good kids. You know, I mean, the kid just won the Vegas tournament, and there was 1 takedown scored, and it was Jimmy's, I believe. So now he just gotta. So he's got everything. He just gotta, you know, kind of sharpen his sword a little bit, and he'll be fine.
Anything else?